Hey guys, it is me, the Senile Simmer. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for Generation 2 of the Never Get Bored Challenge. Let me tell you, this one's a wild ride. Anyway, this video, as always, is sponsored by EA and the EA Creator Network. Alright, Dominique, who is our Generation 2 matriarch, grew up in a house full of children, and so for that reason she's not sure if she ever wants children. Her parents weren't together for a crucial part of her life, and she has seen the hurt they both caused and felt because of each other, and so she's pretty sure she never wants to get married either. Her parents did eventually reunite, but when her mother suddenly died right after they renewed their vows, she decided just days before her birthday that she couldn't be in the house anymore, so she moved out as a teenager. She is not handling things very well. She moved to Willow Creek to begin her life, emotionally scarred and drained, looking for a way to numb the pain. We found her a one-bedroom, two-bathroom house built by Raphael Simi, renovated it to meet her needs, which took me about 3 hours, so no wonder I don't build. Travis, Scott, and Eliza Pancakes came over to welcome her to the neighborhood. She does not like fruitcake. Sorry, Eliza, but she did wait until they left, and then she threw it in the trash. She ordered some groceries and cooked up some grilled cheese for her and her high school friend Ashley. Just when she's coming to terms with her mother's death, her grandmother passed away on her birthday. But she baked a cake and invited the whole family and a couple of friends over to mark the occasion. Her brother Trevor couldn't make it, but he sent a gift. Everybody else was there. She got her last trait, which is foodie, and her aspiration is a market magnet. And we gave her a makeover. She has an idea to operate the best food stand in town with a twist. So she decides before she can open the best food stand in town, she needs some experience in the culinary career. Her Aunt Liz, her father's sister, calls and asks if she thinks she should have a baby. She said, yes, of course. After everyone left her birthday party, she's very sad, so she decides to go to the head shop to see about getting something to dull her pain. Apparently, you just can't buy it. You can buy the seeds and all manner of things surrounding it, but not the actual candy itself. And yes, we will be calling it candy in this video, so, it remains PG whatever. So she went home empty-handed. However, the owner did tell her about a shaman who might be able to help her out, so she invited him over. He suggests a spiritual journey and gives her something called ayahuasca. It comes with a warning. She learns it doesn't taste very good and it will take a little while to kick in. When it does, she be tripping. She tries a little bit of a flirt with him because, yeah, that's what she's going to do. This is a pattern you're going to see. She learns that he is not interested her in that way. She goes stargazing in the nude and then takes a nap. He stays and watches over her, assuring her that all is well and to just relax. When it's over, she feels like a new person, albeit a new naked person. On her first day of work, she got promoted, which is nice. And Travis showed it. Apparently, she's very attracted to him. It also doesn't hurt that he has just what she needs or what she wants. I don't really know one kind of candy from the other, but she chose a purple one. Day 2 of her job, another promotion. This girl is killing it, seriously. Aunt Luz wants to spend time with Sergio Romeo. But wasn't she married to Wolfgang? And didn't she just call to ask if she should have a baby? So we told her no. Travis invited her out for a date. I mean, it's love day, so sure, but let's keep it strictly business. She can now sell candy, and it's a start on her edible empire. She went and bought some papers and shared her first suite with her friend Gabrielle. She needs mixology level to get another promotion, so I bought her a mini bar. Girl, you're not supposed to smoke the merchandise. Stop that. She was supposed to make drinks for her career. not drink them. She had a little bit of each one, I think, because she is totally wrecked and totally wasted. And now she's on a bender. She has work in 9 hours. I do hope this wears off. But she decides, first of all, to ride a giant tortoise. She falls off, knocking over the displays and getting kicked out of the pet store. Then she stumbles into a fancy restaurant and challenges the chef to a cook-off. She grabs a frying pan, spilling oil, and starts a fire and gets thrown out of the restaurant. Then she goes to a park and decides to go swimming and got beat up by a gang. She found an unlocked car with keys inside. Taking it for a joyride would probably be wrong, but she's so tired, and what could be wrong with taking just a little nap? She got caught by the owner, who instead of having her arrested, offers her a place to stay. She wakes up with a hangover in a stranger's bed with no memory of what, if anything, happened last night. She comes home with all of her needs taken care of, but feeling a bit battered and bruised, very embarrassed, and with the vague memory of a one-night stand. You know, I almost wish that she'd get pregnant so I could know who she hooked up with, but she's not, and so we'll never know. We're going to work some more on our mixology string, but don't drink them. One of my best friends has a crush on my brother. Absolutely, go for it. Yeah, she's drinking them. Level 2 mixology. We're done making drinks. I'm going to put her bar in her household inventory because this girl will not stop. And here we go again. An abandoned theater has her searching for treasure. She tries on a prop costume, trips, bangs her head. Then she's off to an empty pool at a deserted sports complex, and she's trying to skateboard. Of course, she loses her balance and crashes, scraping her knees and elbows. A creepy clown statue in the park absolutely needs makeup. She realizes a bunch of kids are filming her, and she is now the star of a viral video. She stumbles into an art gallery and decides to pose as a living statue. At first, people find it amusing, but when she knocks over a pedestal holding a delicate sculpture, she's thrown out of the gallery. An abandoned warehouse is where she ends up next. Hearing voices, she starts yelling. She draws the attention of people who rob her, and she now has 0 simoleons. Then she goes to a fancy hotel and tries to sneak into the VIP lounge. Of course, she gets caught and has to spend the night in jail. Are we having fun yet, Dominique? Are we? According to her moodlets, no, we are not. Ooh, Ashley's in love with my brother. I wonder if he feels the same. I should ask him to visit so I can talk her up. Meanwhile, Dad stopped by for a visit, so she makes lunch for them. I just realized her good friend, not interested in her brother. It's her father. What have I done? We bought a stand mixer, ordered some groceries. Travis stopped by for a visit, and she shared a sweet with him. We bought a waffle maker. These are important steps to her eventual empire of edible treats. She heads off to the head shop to buy some special seeds and plants them. Ashley stopped by. We made some chicken and waffles for us on our waffle maker. She had bad-mouthed her father to Ashley. She just had to fix this, and I don't think that worked out how she thought it would. Travis called. He has a crush on her. Got a promotion. That's level 4, so she can quit her job anytime and start her food stamp. And she has her first waffle sale. The first part of her aspiration is now done. Ashley's calling to tell her she still has a crush on her father. Nope, not a good idea. That's right, we will not be calling you Mom. Davila called to invite her to the Spice Festival. She said yes because she might be able to harvest ingredients. There were a few harvestables, but there's also a hookah. She also attempted the Spice Festival Curry Challenge. Unsuccessfully. She started a food sale at the park and tried to convince Eliza to buy our half-baked potatoes. She about sold out of everything, keeping just one serving of potato for herself. Ooh, here's Dominique and Travis sharing a first kiss. After taking all of her vacation days, she has officially quit her job. And she sold over 500 simoleon in one round, fulfilling another part of her aspiration. And then she mastered her cooking skill. Sierra called. Yes, sister, you go get it. Absolutely. It is Harvest Fest, so she decided to ask Travis on a date, just to be thankful. But he's an elder now, so we should probably progress the storyline. She borrowed a bunch of candy from him. She now owes him 656 simoleons and needs to pay it back within 5 days. And they got jiggy. They woohooed in the fountain and no protection was used. An MC command center says she's pregnant, so we end the date. Peeing on a stick confirmed her suspicions. While she obviously had some fun, she is not sure she wants to be pregnant. Oh well, Dominique, I need an heir. Just deal with it. A burglar? Are you sure you want to do that? Ashley wants to come over and buy some candy. No. Dominique, do not light up your bunk in front of your aunt or when you're pregnant. I mean, I know you were stoned off your mind when you got pregnant, but still. Oh no, she lost the baby. But there's no complications in a future pregnancy. So that's good. Maybe. She went to the bar, had a couple of drinks, called Travis, but he was sleeping, so she decided to make friends with Max Villarreal, who was more than happy to sell her something called Trainwreck, which aptly describes her life right now. She was flirting with Max when she suddenly just decided to go home, and she's on another bender. She goes to a car repair shop and orders a falafel because everyone knows there are no cars in The Sims 4. When she hollers her order louder, the manager throws a wrench at her. She ducks but falls onto a shelf, knocking things over, covering herself in oil. Then she has the urge to swim in the town fountain. Onlookers start recording her. Security hauls her out of the fountain, but the video evidence is already circulating. Next, she stumbles in a nightclub full of shady people, decides she'll buy one tough guy a drink. Unfortunately, he takes offense, and he and his friends rob her of all of her money, and I think she had almost 2,000 simoleons on her. She sees an ice cream truck, and since she has no money now, she starts to demand free treats. The owner calls security, but someone offers to take her home, and yet again she wakes up in a stranger's bed, no idea how she got there or what happened. And here's her moods. Dad stopped by, but she's in no shape to see him, so she sends him away. Besides, Malcolm wants to come buy candy, and she was able to make enough money to buy groceries so she can make more food to sell. Once she got over being embarrassed, she invited Travis out to the bar where they promptly woohooed on the table. More candy on the park bench outside, more woohoo. It took 5 times, but now she's pregnant. I don't know how the elderly Travis Scott didn't die of overexertion. Travis just stopped by and she sent him away before he could even look at her. And now I know why Travis stopped by, because he sent his goons because she did not pay him back for the candy she borrowed. So the goons beat her up. Shame on you for beating up a pregnant woman. If Travis knew about this, he wouldn't be happy. At least now she doesn't have to pay him back. But on second look, they took all her stash, so I guess that's fair. A food sale in... Oh, it's Winterfest. Wait, a food sale in Oasis Springs keeps her out of the way of Travis and her family, and no snow blizzard. Plus, she made a good amount of money. It's Winterfest, and you give me a postcard? Father Winter, I let you feel the baby. I haven't even told my family yet. I would fight you, but I can't because I'm pregnant, which didn't stop that thug the other day. So we decide to build a room for the baby. And she decided she should let her family in on the fact that she's pregnant. So she went back to Henford and Bagley and went to tell everyone the news. Then she invited Ashley and Gabriella over to fill them in. Baby time, welcome baby Kelsey. She went to the Spice Festival to buy saffron. Really, she did. She was just about to seal the deal to make Nyan Flex a customer when he got abducted by aliens. So she went and bought some chili, curry, saffron, and wasabi. And when Nyan came back, she got her customer. It's time to age up Kelsey. She's a cautious infant. And here's her makeover. I did play for another hour and a half, but there are no notes for that time, so I assume nothing important happened. She split her time between cooking, holding yard sales, selling candy when she had some. She bought some premium seeds to plant, and she spent time taking care of Kelsey. She did decide to hire a nanny to help out and started building her greenhouse with a secret door. It's lottery day, but she'll need to do a yard sale before she can afford a ticket, and yeah, of course we forgot to buy the ticket after all. We made over 800 simoleons and maxed the entrepreneurial skill and gained the knowledge trait. We spent some of our aspiration points for free services and marketable. Dad stopped by, so we introduced Kelsey to her grandpa. Our nanny kept leaving, at the end of her shift, so we got fed up with that. We bought a bed and hired a butler. We had 2 more successful candy sales. Kelsey aged up into an inquisitive toddler. We did a little bit of a room makeover and a Kelsey makeover as well. We had yard sales in the rain, including our highest sales to date. We need to make the recipe for ambrosia, but it's going to be a while before that happens. Oh, she totally forgot about Love Day. Do you think it's time to find her a partner? She's been working hard. She deserves a candy brownie before bed. We went fishing in the park to look for an angelfish because that's part of what we need to make ambrosia. Sierra called to invite us to the Humor and Hijinks Festival. We met Alexi, and he is now a client. Dominique, Sierra, and Alexi decided to do a bit of unwinding. Dominique took a moment to watch Sierra's performance. Okay, why is she cooking naked? The real reason is she was going to shower in the rain, but I made her start cooking. But why is she cooking naked in front of the butler? Because she's erratic and probably cheeky. Okay. Why is she holding a yard sale in the nude? It's certainly not for better sales. That girl. Nyan and Alexia here to buy candy, and Dominique achieved a level 3 in her candy selling. Are you seriously getting jiggy in your daughter's bedroom while she's asleep? Malcolm stopped by to buy some candy, and she got naked before meeting him at the door. They smoked a sweet together and ended up woohooing in the shower. She's not pregnant. Kelsey is now a child with a cheerful trait and the artistic progeny aspiration. We did a room update and decided we don't need a butler anymore, and we gave Kelsey a makeover. This generation's recipe is to help homework go faster, so we'll make that. Sure, my butler can set me up. I hope whoever it is younger than him. Dominique and Ashley getting jiggy like old times. We decided to go for a flirt. Is there something there besides just friendship? Is she the one all along? Travis called to wish Kelsey a happy birthday. I didn't think he knew that Kelsey's his daughter, because Dominique really did try to hide it from him. But maybe he found out. There's certainly plenty to see here. We held another yard sale, reached level 5 of the gourmet cooking skill. She went to Hanford on Bagley to try and find some of the ingredients she needs to make ambrosia, but neither shop had what she needed. But she got to spend some time with her dad, so that's good. So I sent Dominique out to do some fishing for angelfish. She aged up. I totally forgot. Her sister and her dead mom, Emily, sent her gifts, so that's nice. But to make up for forgetting her birthday, I let her get jiggy. Of course, I don't think she even needs a reason for that. When she got home, she treated herself to some edibles. Wait, one of her high school friends has a crush on her? She bought a bubble blower and invited Alexi to unwind, and then of course she had to flirt. Nyan came over to buy some candy, so she invited him to unwind too, in a thunderstorm. So she got so jiggy on edibles that she couldn't run the yard sale for another 7 hours. So knowing that she was bound to get into this predicament again, she decided to make a home business that could make her a little passive income when she couldn't function. So she made a little hookah lounge with some cases to sell her edibles in. So let's see how running this as a small business will work. We'll have them tend garden, browse and buy, do some candy, and use the bubble blowers, all for the low price of just $7 per hour. It did take almost all of our money to build this, but we got our first good review. It's not very profitable right now because we only sold 4 of the baked goods. I think we can let it run in the background and just sell our food on the selling table like we used to. And yes, I can confirm I can have the business running while we're doing a yard sale, so that's good. I think adding a campfire would be fun, also a little dangerous. That will be fun too. We became a hopeful hustle. We had a yard sale and made 658 simoleons just running in the background, doing nothing. Alexi, of course you can. Come unwind and flirt with me. That food sale was pretty dismal. Malcolm wants some candy. The Waffles and Weeds business is not bringing in a lot, but hopefully eventually it'll pay for itself at least. A web designer wants to optimize our website and wipe away any negative reviews. Of course, she paid for the full package and became a striving startup. Nyan came over for some candy and got a little more than he bargained for. Good thing he's not against having a child. And baby names have been suggested as Casey and Heidi. Oh, this is Carlos, her father. He came over to her business and got hit by lightning. So, of course, she invited him to unwind. Taking care of that, optimizing her website and wiping away negative views must have helped because the business has doubled its income over the day before. Kelsey came home as an A student and it is now Harvest Fest. And so Dominique decided to help Kelsey with her homework, which she never does. And Kelsey completed her aspiration. It's a cute shot of Nyan feeling the baby. We achieved level 4 candy dealing, and Harvest Fest was successful for both of them. Baby time again. Nyan freaked out. Nope, the heck right out of here. Nope. We will respect Nyan's wishes and name the baby boy Kelsey, but he only gave us one boy name, so we decided on Caden. Yep, twins it is. I was wondering where we were going to put one baby. Messiah Casper has passed away. I guess we're probably going to need a new butler. Kelsey has the feeling that something isn't quite right with one of her guardians. Girl, you've only got one. Yeah, something's not quite right. You're right. All right, so we just added another bathroom and a room for the boys. There's no video here because I forgot to hit the record button. So here's 5 hours worth of video that isn't here. I don't know what happened at school today, but Kelsey came home a sad avocado bear. Dad called about getting a promotion and called back later to say he got it. Waffles and Weed leveled up. Malcolm dared to die on my lot. So Dominique demands that Grim spare him so he can die peacefully at home. Grim spares him and he does die soon thereafter. Waffles and Weed made 2,439 simoleons. Caden and Casey have been neglected. We had a butler, which I told repeatedly to take care of minors. Take care of minors. This should never have happened. But they did get taken in by their father and his family, so maybe they're better off. But the least she can do is go and thank Nyan for stepping up. Kiss her babies goodbye. Between losing the babies and Jeffrey dying, Dominique did what Dominique do. She got so jiggy. She called up a random guy, made him a customer, got jiggy with him, made out, woohooed in the shower, in the bed, on the hall and the floor, and a few more times in the bed. Just anything to forget. And all the while, the butler's locked in the bedroom. While this was going on, Waffles and Weed quietly making $3,000 in the background. The next morning, she decides to get married. And this is how this homeless man found a home and Dominique found $20,000. And immediately after the ceremony, he lit up and so did she. So they make a perfect couple. Ghost Monica called to congratulate us and wish us well in our marriage. Thanks, Grandma, but I doubt it. Time for a job, darling, and with those traits, there is no doubt where you belong. She reprimanded the butler about losing the babies, and this was his response. Dude, she was going to let you go, but you can't be set free to do that to another family. Your time is up. Death by urban myth. What does that even mean? I have no idea. And she's pregnant. I fail to see how she could be surprised since they woohooed about 7 or 8 times the night they met. Everett got a promotion on his first day of work, so that calls for a celebration. The couple that unwinds together stays together. Of course, she'll take down the competition. And yes, of course, it's an illicit business. It's a hookah shop run by a candy dealer whose husband is a criminal. She mastered the gourmet cooking skill. Time to focus on making ambrosia. Bodyguard or not, I think he would try for it. Of course he got caught, but he still got $50. Her father died, so she took an edible to cope, and now she's unwinding with Everett and Victor. Did Victor just die of an overdose on Winterfest? No, not on my watch. Found out Everett doesn't want this baby, but we're going to the hospital to have a baby. What a day. He suggested Melissa or Alec, so she named her Alexa, because just to spite him. With everything going on, we forgot about Kelsey's birthday. She aged into a teen with self-assured and world-famous celebrity for her aspiration. Nyan Flex has died. We sold some trout for 480 simoleons, which means we sold a single dish for over 300 for her aspiration. Now, all we have to do is make ambrosia and sell it to a ghost. This is still a long time in the future. But we had our best food sale ever, over 3,700. Everett got promoted to level 3. Alexa aged up calm and got a makeover. And new room decor. The business leveled up again, level 4 community stable. Yep, just your neighborhood hookah hangout. 3 more perk points gives us max tip, a max going viral, and max skill boost. A bit of cheeky woohoo with her husband, and oh, for feck's sake, she's pregnant again. But we are making so much money now. It's a random Saturday night. Someone, either Kelsey or Everett, started a fire. Then some random dude got abducted. What is going on in my game? Good grief. Sharing candy with Ashley like old times. Level 5 candy dealing gives her special curing jars and the ability to sell on the dark web. I don't think he's thrilled about another baby. He seems more interested in grilled cheese. But he did offer up a couple of name suggestions. Kyler for a boy and Shauna for a girl. Let's just hope we don't have twins again. We welcome baby Shauna, and Everett swiped a hand sanitizer. I'm so glad he had something to do while Dominique was passing a bowling ball-sized object through her body. Way to prioritize, Everett. And then he changed his outlook on life. I thought he was already mean. But okay. Dominique just casually outside in broad daylight in her hospital gown, getting a new customer. Life is hectic now, but there is no way she will ever hire another butler, so she's doing the best that she can. Everett is now level 4 criminal. Oh, someone wants to invest in our business? Of course. I decided she deserves better kitchen appliances. Oh, Everett is an elder now? I wasn't ready for that, and I don't think she was either. Damn it, Dominique. Pregnant again, and Everett doesn't want this one either. Unpredictable? Yeah, that's about right. Something is wrong with the pregnancy. An ectopic pregnancy, but no problem getting pregnant again, for better or for worse. Shauna aged up cautious. Alexa aged up silly, and both girls get a makeover. Thanks to my friend Frimlin's mod, we can get the Fresh Chef trait. Yeah, all the rewards are double the price, but it is so worth it. He also has a version where all the traits would be free, but I didn't want that. I wanted my people to have to pay for these special traits. She's maxed out both her cooking and her gourmet cooking skills, so I felt it okay giving her this trait. So her food never spoils now. We can leave it on the counter for the babies to grab. We can leave it on the selling table and it won't go bad. Kelsey is now an A student. She seemed a little upset, so I checked, and this girl, she'd been in the candy jar. I mean, it was bound to happen growing up in this household. Waffles and Weed is now a local legend. We grabbed Simicoin, Sway to Buy, and Irresistible Scent to get them to stick around a little longer. And we made over 9,000 simoleons from Waffles and Weeds. Everett shaved his beard. I didn't know they would do that autonomously. I've been playing this game for years, and it still continues to surprise me. Matilda called to ask if she could give my number to someone. We said sure. And Carson called and said that we should be friends. And then he called to invite her out to the solar flare. She's either going to get a new customer or a new lover, and maybe both. They aren't even attracted to each other, but that won't stop them. As always, she got more than she bargained for. Here we go again. Maybe we don't tell Carson. But guess what she'll do instead? Yep, it's candy time. While she's getting herself in trouble again, Everett is working hard. He is now level 5 in the criminal career. And now there's a burglar. Of course there is. with never a dull moment. She pulled Everett aside to confess to cheating, which made him jealous and put a strain on their relationship. They eventually got divorced and he moved out. She might be unattracted to Carson and they might have bad compatibility, but they need to talk. She found out he does not want children. She doesn't want this one either, but here we are. She couldn't tell him about the baby or share the big news. It just wasn't an option for me. So I had her opt for let's just be friends, and we let him go on his way, none the wiser. We're just unwinding in the backyard when a burglar strikes again, and it's time to have the baby. Let's go, Carson. Let's go. And of course, he freaked out and immediately left. Well, welcome, baby Rowan. We got a negative online review. We'll just pay to make that go away. Shauna aged up to be inquisitive, and we finally got a death flower. We had to go to the magic room to get it, but we needed it. Another burglar. Seriously? You were here yesterday. When are you going to learn? We have a security system. Alexa aged up with the macabre trait and the creative genius aspiration. And yes, my Amazon app is going crazy.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
See what I'm saying? Both girls got makeovers. Rowan aged up cautious. Kelsey got abducted. I don't know what happened up there, but she came back flirty. Dominique reached a level 10 baking, so now there's just one thing left to do. Alexander Goth died. He isn't directly related to her, but he is her brother and sister's half-brothers. And if you're confused, go back and watch Generation 1. It probably won't help you. Anyway, I only mention him because this is important at the end of the episode. We made a $12K for a side hustle where we don't have to do anything except open it. Well, we mastered the parenting skill and got, super efficient baby care. Maybe we should have more babies? Probably not. Our ex, Everett, came for some candy and got abducted. Maybe they'll keep him. Nope, they sent him back. Messiah Casper, Elder Ghost, invited her out. Why not? Can I make him a customer? Yes, I can. Can I woohoo with him? They have bad compatibility, but she is attracted to him, and yes, she can woohoo with him. The big question is, did he get her pregnant? He did not. We spent an entire day fishing, looking for angelfish, and went home empty-handed. Everett just sent her a jealous text. That's funny. Hugh Holbrook, stopping by for some candy, and things are getting steamy. She didn't get pregnant, though. She was just about to ask him to move in when he got abducted. Now, he could be pregnant. It's possible. Should she risk it? Probably a bad idea. So, of course, she did. Shauna aged up as a plant lover with the artistic progeny aspiration, and Rowan aged up clingy. With just one day until Kelsey ages up, we made a quick trip to the magic realm and brought home 5 angelfish. Now, she just needs more aspiration points to get the potions of youth. So by going through and farming aspiration points from partially completed goals, Dominique earned enough points to get 3 potions of youth. So we'll go make that ambrosia, and now we'll wait and see if the ghosts are hungry. Now, remember a couple of minutes ago when Alexander Goth died in our yard, and I said it would be important later? Well, it's later. We did the convince to buy and convinced him to buy the ambrosia. He bought it, he ate it, and he's alive again. I mean, he's an elder, so it's not going to last very long, but that does complete our aspiration. Kelsey aged up, graduating with honors. And everyone gets a makeover now, starting with Hugh. Alexa was already done.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Here's a tip. In The Sims, if you're recording, never name your child after that Amazon app. Donna is next, then Rowan's disguise, and at last, Kelsey's second outfits. The next time you see Kelsey, she will be starting her new adventure in San Myshuno with everything she's seen her mother do. We can only wonder if she will follow in her footsteps or lead perhaps a less exciting life. Knowing what the goals are for Generation 3, I can only imagine it will be filled with chaos of some kind. And that's good for us. This is where we started and where we ended. And that concludes this video, and I leave you with hugs and cookies. I will see you next time. I will leave you with one last woohoo in the sky to end things. Bye-bye. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you would, hit the subscribe button. Maybe leave a comment. I will reply. Hit the like button. Share it with your friends. I can be found on Twitter, Discord, and Facebook, all Senile Simmer. And above all, have a really great day. Bye-bye.